Short but remarkable. The Life of Raphael by Baylor Heine. Raphael Santi, or Raphael Senzio, when he went by both names, was born on March 28th or April 6th in 1483. It is still unknown which out of the dates he was born on, but it is known that the birthplace was in Italy, in Urbino, and he was given birth by Giovanni Santi and Maggie di Battista Clara. And his father, Giovanni, was a painter. In Raphael's early years, he lived in a city called Urbino, which was an Italian cultured city that heavily encouraged arts among their people. His father was a painting for the Duke of Urbino, and at a young age, Raphael was taught by his father the basic painting techniques. And also, he was exposed to humanistic philosophy at the Duke of Urbino's court. While growing up, Raphael had some childhood tragedy along the way. When he was only 8 years old, his mother died, which because of that, his father quickly remarried. But that didn't last long, because at the age of 11, which was 3 years later, his father tragically died, when his paternal uncle became his guardian at that point. To the right, you can see a self-portrait that he made of himself when he was younger. By the time Raphael turned the age of 12, he was helping manage his past father's workshop, who he had tragically died 1 year ago. He completed his first work at the early age of 15, which was the Madonna and the Child, and you can see that below. By the time he turned 17 years old, he was declared a master in art, which means he is fully trained. And by the time he was the age of 21, he had secured a great amount of wealth. Raphael was always hungry to be better, because in 1504, he moved to Florence for the pursuit of an art career. He studied and copied figures by Da Vinci and Michelangelo, which were two of the most popular artists during that time period. And he absorbed the influences of Florentine art while developing his own style and his artworks. And while in Florence, he was commissioned to complete three large altarpieces, which were the Andescendi Madonna, the Baglioni altarpiece, and the Madonna Dell. In the final chapter of Raphael's life, in 1508, he was invited to move to Rome by Pope Julius II. Immediately when he got there, he was commissioned to work at a Vatican palace, and this was the largest and most important commission of his whole entire lifetime. When Julius II died in 1513, Raphael did not miss a beat. He continued to work under Medici Pope Leo X. His work while in Rome is believed to be his most important and his most influential work. Raphael lived a short but extremely productive and extremely successful life. He died in 1520 at the early age of 37. Some notable facts about Raphael is that he arguably built the largest workshop ever, with 50 pupils and associates. He is considered a great leader and teacher. Many of his pupils became famous artists in their own respect. News.artnet.com even said about him, he was among the most celebrated artists in Europe at the time of his death, which relates to the significance of his artwork. Alongside Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, he is considered to be one of the most influential artists of the era. Raphael was also quite the ladies' man when she had multiple affairs throughout his life. And it is said that Raphael died of an uncontrollable fever after a wild night of excessive sex. Some of the great pieces made by Raphael are the Sistine Madonna, the School of Athens, and the La Fornaria. To conclude this presentation, Raphael had a short but remarkable life and career. He was one of the most famous artists in the Italian High Renaissance. According to Study.com, he used innovative Renaissance-era artistic techniques such as linear perspective and the realistic portrayal of human figures. According to artsandculture.google.com, they had to say his work was admired for its clarity of form, ease of composition, and visual achievement of the Neoplatonic ideal of human grandeur. He produced an abundance of work during his very short life, and he died way too early.